Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade and
Shade
the
in the
City.
City.
I am your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today, y'all, we are here to do our recap of the Eat, the Slay, and the Love. Okay. And now this is on the Peacock. Okay. So if y'all haven't renewed y'all subscription, then y'all better do so if y'all want to catch it because it was good. It was good. And shout out to DeMarcus. Okay.
Period.
For
DeMarcus always be on it.
right, for suggesting this one to us. Look, this goes out to you, number one, number one. I'm just saying. But no, we always appreciate DeMarcus. He's one of our biggest supporters. So yeah, thank you for putting us on because it was a good watch. I told Nails I woke up late last night, like 2, 3 in the morning, and I watched it through 6 o'clock, and I was just sitting there like it won't 6 o'clock in the morning. So yeah. But yeah, as y'all know, this is if you haven't already, y'all go ahead and hit that like button
and that subscribe button.
And yeah, so we're gonna get into it. Before I look, I'm already trying to break it down because I'm so excited to talk about it. So let me run the intro first, and then we're gonna come back and do what we're supposed to do, and we're gonna break this down. And if you're not here for spoilers because you haven't seen it yet, then this might not be the recap that you want to watch. Okay, I'm just telling you now. All right, let's get into it. Let's get shady. All right, y'all. I'm ready. I'm excited.
You look like it.
So, can I just tell y'all before we get into it and before y'all start putting tomatoes in the comments, okay? Y'all probably gonna say, you know what, Treese? You sound like you got a Tammy bias. Let me tell you something.
I definitely got a Tammy bias.
I do like Nivea. I ain't gonna hold you. I do love me some Nivea. But once I heard Nivea and Tammy, I could give a damn about the rest of the cast. I ain't even gonna hold you. So I was already sold on when they say Tammy is back on TV. I said, "Up, I'm here for it." Okay, and y'all, I mean, it's the DMV don't claim them, but she is from Baltimore, so we got to show our good sis some love because she ain't that far, an hour, but she ain't that far. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all, basically Nivea has put this trip together. She's celebrating her 42nd birthday, so she's decided that she wants to get Tammy Rivera, which we know is Waka Flocka's ex, London Hughes, which is the young lady next to her. She apparently is she said she's the first Black British woman to have a Netflix special, which was produced by Kevin Hart. And then obviously we have the lovely Nivea, which we know used to be with Dream, also has a baby or was engaged to Lil Wayne at one point. They have a child together.
She's a singer.
Oh, and she's a singer too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's so many other. I'm sorry.
Right? You ain't even named none of Tammy's businesses. Oh, she was with Waka Flocka.
And she was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm sorry. But yes. Yes, Tammy Rivera got a swimwear line.
Skincare line.
A skincare line. I didn't know that. So again, shout out to the plugs. And Eva is I'm not really sure what Eva's doing.
America's right Next Top Model.
No, we know where we know her from, but like
she's an actress.
Oh, is she still acting?
Yes.
Oh, I don't watch Tubi movies, so I don't.
Oh well, she was also on what you call
Look at what you did tonight.
No, well, I don't know. I don't know about that show. I know.
No. I think she does like.
Oh no, that's BT Plus, ain't it?
It's not BT Plus. Let me stop calling that.
On that Tyler Perry, and she was on Sisters.
Oh, okay. So yes, so Eva is an actress. All right. So everybody in a bag.
Oh, you ain't gonna name her, dude. You ain't gonna just.
She was made. I don't really know her dude like that for real. No shade. She was the star in that relationship. Only reason I said the others first is because I mean I love Tammy.
First of all, I knew Nivea before I knew The Dream.
Okay, yes, I give you that.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, let's not get this. I mean, yes, he's the star now. We know who the dream is, but I knew
But
Nivea
no,
before.
we knew who Nivea was before Lil Wayne was ever engaged to her, before she married the Dream, before yes, I she was taking us to the laundromat. We knew,
I
okay?
used to love that damn song.
Yes. She told us don't mess with her man. Okay, so we
That
know who
song too.
Nivea is. But I love Tammy. And granted, she's done a lot of things after Waka, but I didn't know who she was before that. And even London, no shade. I think that it's great she has a Netflix special. I ain't never watched it. I ain't never heard of it until I watched the show. But
I,
kudos to her. But kudos to her. I ain't pissing on nobody. Look, I ain't pissing on nobody's grass. They all got more money than me. So anyway, so we know everybody, most of them, they have the shared connection, and that's why I got into the exes, because they're all recently coming off a divorce. Eva is the most recent, so she's still kind of battling with that and struggling, because as Tammy told her, she basically still feels like she wants to get back with her ex-husband.
she
Now I
filed
will,
for the divorce, didn't she?
huh?
Didn't she file for the
And I'm
divorce?
not even gonna hold you. That's what was so confusing to me the whole time I watched this. Is she because she when she talked about like they just couldn't make it work, and I was just like, "But you fought." So I don't know. Maybe again, I don't know. You know what? And I don't want to say it was infidelity, but we'll get there because when that girl said what she said at that table, and she was like, "We'll get there." So do I.
Oh,
Here's the point,
I
right?
know exactly what she's talking about.
So the four ladies, they're going to Vietnam for Nivea's 42nd birthday, like I said.
I thought that was so
Um,
dope.
they're supposed to be going on a spiritual journey. I thought it was dope. It's not somewhere I ain't even gonna hold you. I wasn't even trying to be funny, but I told Nels, I said, I never see people travel to Vietnam outside of like Jenny Mai. And I know because that's where her people are from. But outside of that, I never see people being like, yeah, Vietnam is the place to be. So I thought that was dope. Tammy is ended up she lost the bag on the way there. They're planning to do the capital city first, which is Hanoi. I'm
Mhm,
probably butcher a lot of these names now. Okay,
mhm.
you disclaimer. Then they plan to go to the countryside, Ninh
Ninbin.
Ninh Okay,
Mhm.
and then they're going to the beach, Now Trang, Now
The
Trang,
the train. The
Nha
train.
Trang. Okay, I already told y'all I ain't gonna be saying them too many times.
I
And then Tammy admits this is why I love Tammy, right? Because Tammy said, well,
know.
I don't know a lot about the Vietnam except for the World War III stuff. And then
But
like,
when she said, I was like,
and then production has to let her know that there's only been two. And I think what she meant was the Vietnam situation. Um, but bless her heart, I
I was
love
like, why you
Tammy.
let me say that on TV? Now I'm gonna look like a dumbass.
Right. So London is immediately intrigued by Tammy because she's from Baltimore, the same place where The Wire was shot. Um, she says she pokes fun as a way to show her love and expects others to do the same. But you didn't like it when it. See, you know what? It's always funny to me that people that see again, I can be shady, and I can tell you I don't like when you dish it back. But the problem is, if I'm a dish it, I got to be able to take it. So I don't we'll get there. I'm sorry. I know I saw X was eating her up. And if anybody in the comments feels for her, this probably ain't the recap for you, okay?
Yeah, but what's crazy is she said in school to show American Black history, they showed the movie Boys in the Hood. So it's clearly not just her that's ignorant as hell.
No, well, you know what? And you know what's so funny? And I might do this. I might slide in Kojo's DMs and ask him how true that is. Him growing up and being a black British person, a
I would
male.
hope that there's
Because he
I would
seems because
hope
he
that
seems
there's
very
truth.
intelligent to me. So that's why I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I wasn't buying whatever she was selling. And that
The
may
fact
be
that you're
true.
going on TV, I would hope that there's some truth to what you're saying.
Right. Um, so then yeah, the boys in the hood. So Eva talks about her divorce. And I told y'all about that. Tammy feels like she's still in love with her ex-husband. And she admits that she was engulfed in her marriage and feels like she failed because her parents and grandparents are still together and have been together for so long. Tammy says that she wants to stop cussing on this trip. Girl, good
Nivea
luck.
said, Nivea said, I don't. She said,
Right,
she said,
right. And then we learned that London is a trick, but she's not happy with the term. Um, and look, they were trying to make her
He
feel
said,
better.
girl, you pay for dick. You a trick.
Well, now they get to their rooms at their hotel, which was like the Mansion 88, I think it was. It was absolutely beautiful. Um, and Miss Nivea is just hopeful that all the ladies can get along, and so then they go for a drink, and Eva has basically taken London under her wing, is what I felt like was happening. London feels as if she's learning about Vietnamese culture and Black culture all at the same time. She lets the ladies know that, she was taken aback by being called a trick, and explains that. And Eva's like, but no, you can't trick unless you got it. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing, right? So, and Tammy's just making all these faces. I love it. So Tammy says, she does have a Netflix special called To Catch a Dick. And she said it's giving trick off traits. Then we learn about Tammy's skincare line, her swimwear, and she hopes to show London more about people from Baltimore outside of what she's seen in sitcoms. Then they set intentions before they drink, which I thought was really dope. We need to start doing that. So hopefully we don't cuss nobody out by the end of the night because we set a good intention before we started. Eva hopes Eva hopes to let go. London wants to be more present. And Nivea is just ready to basically strengthen her girl friendships, because she said she's had a hard time kind of, trusting other ladies and had some bad friendships. And Tammy wants to end her self-doubt. And then they have the Vietnamese fan dancers come out, which I thought was really dope. And Eva lets them know that she plans to link them up with her friend TNA, because I never heard them say.
I think that is what it is. My look, Siri put it as DNA.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sitting here like, what the
Um,
hell?
but they plan to hook up with her good friend TNA, who was a judge on the Vietnamese America's Next Top Model. And so they plan to go have dinner at her house. And I said, okay, this should be cute. And then of course, London acts like the cousin that you don't take nowhere nice.
Girl, I thought it was hilarious. Nivea picks up the little napkin and puts it
Oh, that was
literally,
funny. That was
literally as she's doing it, I was like, no, no,
no, no, no.
she's like, oh, what is that? Girl,
That's not a mint.
it's a napkin, girl. It's a napkin.
It was funny though. That was funny. That was cute.
They're discussing TNA's divorce and her current relationship that I guess she just got out of. Tammy mentioned that her ex-husband was always her friend and always cared for her daughter, but now that he's in a new situation, he don't see it for her. He ain't giving that energy no more. Tammy says that if she gets married this time, it'll be her third time. And Linda's like, girl, it would be your third time getting married, and I ain't ever been proposed to. So everybody at the
How did you
table,
feel about this scene? The fact that she made such a big deal. I mean, we can just, cut around the whole, but the fact that she makes this big deal about, I've never been proposed to, and you all been proposed to. What's wrong with me? And it was funny when they were like, we've been proposed to like 5, 6 times, girl. We ain't
I
even accept
loved
them all,
though.
child.
You know what though? I loved that Eva told her basically, girl, it's because your entire life has been geared to achieving your goals. Okay. You
Right,
weren't trying to be coupled with anybody. Like, stop harping on this. Stop harping on the fact that you've never been engaged to. That's not what that's not your ministry. Okay. That's not what you were trying
right.
to do. All right. Um, so she basically said, thank you for lovingly telling me I'm not desirable. Pretty much. So then they bring out this crab plate. Okay. And London jokes, oh, well, look, there's my husband. So then they take the plate away, they separate this crab amongst everybody's plate. And Tammy said, girl, you ain't jealous that everybody's eating your husband? She says she likes to get ate by other people's husbands too.
I'm the only one that said this is why you haven't gotten any proposals.
On top of that, See, the problem that I mainly had with her is, girl, you don't know how to read the room.
Mm-hmm.
You
You're
just
in a
got
room full of wives or ex-wives.
who were just talking about their relationships, their marriages, and now you are sitting in front. This is why you ain't never been proposed to. That's what
I
I would have
said
said.
that.
That's why you ain't never been proposed to, bitch. Because you up here talking about how you like to get ate by other bitches' husbands.
She can't read a room.
What?
And I think because she's a comedian and she's like, oh, so it's supposed to be funny. But I think even as comedians, you know when a joke is not, when it doesn't land, or when it's appropriate time to tell it. And to Eva's point, here I done brought you in front of this
And
Vietnamese
she
woman.
told them ahead of time, like,
Right,
she's very conservative. Like, please don't do that. Then Eva's like, girl, please don't get eaten by anybody else's husband.
right.
Okay. And then apologizes to TNA because
She's embarrassed.
this ain't my company, but damn. You know what I
Right.
mean? So the next day, production lets Tammy know that, her bags will arrive by 10 o'clock later that day. Eva offers her a pair of joggers, and London tells her, girl, you got body dysmorphia because you are tiny. Did you hear Eva's response?
I
She was
didn't
like,
because
Eva
I
was
was
like, whoa. Like,
now I'm gonna just say this. I didn't watch Real Housewives of Atlanta when Eva was on it. So I don't know, because I'm gonna play advocate. And when we get through this full thing, you'll understand why I'm saying this now. Because I think that the narrative is, some people are gonna feel like, oh, maybe Tammy and Eva were being mean girls. And I'm not saying this, but I don't know how she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I don't, maybe that's why she didn't last that long, because she doesn't give me very like, I'm gonna like go back and forth with you and messy. Like, she gives me the type to just
no,
walk
she's
away.
not. You
Right.
said that she what?
No, she gives me the type to just walk away, like
Mm-hmm.
from BS. You know what I'm saying? And protect her
Mm-hmm.
peace.
I
Maybe
don't know.
that's
Look, in that van, it sounded like she was giving it.
well, she also had you understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
Yeah,
that's
but
what
no,
I'm saying. I don't know how
no.
she was on, like, on that show when she had a cast of women that were catty and she had to go
Mhm.
back and forth. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna be honest with you. There was nothing else at this point. There was nothing else on this trip that London could have done that would make me like her. This was it for me. I mean, it kept getting worse, but this
Mhm.
was it for me. Because how dare you? You don't know anything about this woman. You literally just met her.
Just met her.
And you don't know if she could be sick, suffering from something,
I
and to
wish
sit
when they were
there.
calling out the things that made them feel disrespected, Eva would have said that. But like we said, she's non-conversational,
Yeah,
so she's
she's
probably just gonna.
non-conversational. Yeah, because I there's just no way. And this is why I love Tammy, this whole thing, because Tammy stood in it. No, you were wrong. And I'm not
Mhm.
going to sit here and make you feel good about you being wrong. You need to be corrected. I will apologize and say I could have said it better, but you were wrong. But we can
I
keep going.
felt so I felt so bad for Eva because I know people have been talking about her weight loss, and
And
her.
I know that I can relate to her. That's why I said
Mhm.
after that we would have never been cool again, because she even reveals later on to us that basically, like, some people emotionally eat and they gain weight when they're going through something. I'm just like her. I'm the opposite. Most of the time, if I'm getting skinny, people are concerned, like, what's going on? Not
Mhm.
because I'm smaller, and they're like, okay, we know this is something's going on, right? So I
Mhm.
could absolutely understand where she was coming from, where it's like, it's just the opposite. And obviously I'm going through something, but for you to call it body dysmorphia and think yeah, I'm done.
Mhm. Um. So then they
And
decide
Nivea conveniently just always changes the subject or take the heat off her. I noticed that.
because because that's her buddy, and she's the comedic relief. So then they decide they need to order a bottle of champagne. They tell her to order it with her accent because it makes people move quick. What?
I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, y'all can weigh in the comments. As I was watching this, I said, I think everybody has one person in their friend group or in their not even friend group, acquaintance group, whatever, that is like London and just says really
Oh,
asinine-ish
I
in
was
the
just about
most
to say, who you talking about?
in
But
the
no, I
most
know,
awkward scenarios.
I
But
know who
guess,
our
but
London
guess,
is.
but guess what? I would never take her on a girls' trip. It's bad enough when I invite her to stuff. People are like, "Why is she here?" So I know that I could not take her nowhere where I gotta be with her of like around a few days. I said it. Go ahead. I'm sorry, but you
Oh,
know who I'm talking about. Can you
you,
imagine if I
yes, I know who you
can
talking
you
about.
imagine if I said, "Girl, I invited her on my birthday trip."
I know
Right,
you did
right,
that. I know
right.
you did that.
And then don't understand why y'all biting her head off when I knew what I did when I invited her. You just can't mix everybody. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So yeah, basically everybody tells her to order the bottle because her accent makes her sound important and make people move quick. Tammy said it sounds important, and they don't even know that she ghetto as hell.
Mm.
London said ghetto. She basically said, I rebuked that. This I feel like this is where it all started. Okay. So then they got into the city. First thing they do is get some bike ride. And
Now
they're
this is
scared that she
scary. I ain't even gonna hold you. Oh my god, it gave me so much anxiety watching that. It gave me so much anxiety. I was like, I'm not just watching it. I was like, oh no.
Timmy said what she said in Atlanta, pedestrians have the right of way, but in Hanoi, they
You
have the
had the
right to
right to
run
get
your
your ass
ass
run
over.
over.
I thought it was dope that they went and got dresses made. Now, this part kind of bothered me because it was kind of weird that London was the only one that wanted to sit out. She was acting kind of weird. I mean, she did explain later why she did it. She felt like she was appropriating their culture. Okay, fine. Fine, fine, fine. I wish she would have said that though, because she was definitely giving weird vibes. It was
She was.
giving that she didn't want to do it. She was, I don't know. It made it seem like she was like I'm above this, like I don't want to do that. Right.
Mhm. I was just gonna say her main problem. Let's let's just get to the it of the it. First of all, London lets us know that her mother owns a hotel and she grew up with butlers and waitresses. And so when we get into this later argument between her, Eva, and Tammy, the real it of the it is she thinks she's better than them.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be because she's British, whether it be because she comes from money and they maybe had to work for their money, they didn't come from that, but she thinks she's better than them and she absolutely carries it that way. I said it.
You're so stupid. So then she says that the reason why she doesn't want to get a dress from there is because she doesn't want her measurements taken because she has body dysmorphia. So he was
Projected.
like, "Oh, so is that why you projected
And
that
I'm
onto
happy
me?"
when I'm happy when Eva clocked her on that.
Yeah, she was like, "So is that why you said that to me?" And she said, "No, it's because you offered Tammy a pair of your pants and look at how small you are." She said, "Girl, I wear my clothes baggy. Okay, I had a size 30, 38 pants. Basically, mind your business." I was like, "Oh, okay." Um, so then I guess, London realized that she was the oddball out. So she finally decides to get up and get the dress made, but she really doesn't want to.
And you could tell her energy was just off. It was just off. Ever since they called that girl ghetto, and she again, how dare
No, ever
you?
since they called her a trick for real. Then I think didn't they call her a whore? Did they
But
call her a
again,
whore?
it's okay for her to say what she wants to say.
That ain't what I asked you.
I don't know. I don't remember them calling her a whore. Man, Tammy might have called her a whore, but I don't remember any of them calling her a whore from my memory. I just remember them calling her out because again, you do some real ghetto stuff when you talk about chasing peen. And and that seems real hood. We didn't have to do all that. We didn't chase anything. That came to us. That's why we collected proposals while you still waiting around for one. I said it. Shout out to I'm working on the I said it shirt so y'all can buy it. I'm
You're a
just saying
mess.
I'm about to put it up in the shop. I said it.
All right, I'm
Oh,
done with these people.
all right. Oh, and then you ain't talk about how they spent $7 million on these dresses.
That's because it wasn't that much. They spent a couple $100s.
But it was 7 million they money. That's why I said Vietnam looking real good. Um, so then the ladies slide down to the bar, but the cameras weren't allowed. They get into a kerfuffle. That's what my notes say about and look, even my word didn't even correct me, auto correct me. So I knew I said kerfuffle, that's a word. Um, just like growingly. So they get into a kerfuffle about Sade's nationality. All right. Now, London says that she felt Temi was taking a dig at her over Sade because she said that she's not one of them. Tammy makes a joke about it when they get in the van for, I guess, to go off to the food tour. London lets her know that she can't say Sade is Nigerian in the UK because she would come across as ignorant.
Oh, did she say that she would come across as ignorant?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She
okay.
did that in her confessional.
Oh, okay.
And Tammy tells her she's been saying a lot of things on this trip that a lot of her friends would slap the shit out of her.
Tammy said, look, Tammy said that. Shit, Tammy.
Friends, how many of us have them? Friends, I'm sorry. You need, and when I tell you this reminded me of Nels, because if I were to ever just lose my mind and just be drunk talking or be saying something really stupid, she is not going to care about my feelings. Okay. She's just going to tell me the truth. And I can appreciate that. Okay.
She
And
can
this
appreciate it sometimes. Sometimes she
sometimes,
don't like that shit. Don't let her
no,
fool you.
sometimes, well, no, it depends. If we talking about real facts and Sade and stuff like that, that's different. If you talk about what I'm wearing, then that's a different thing. Okay. Um,
Then you don't
so
want to hear it, huh?
they don't want to hear it, okay? Which I said I wanted to be comfortable. Okay. So basically, London is like, I don't understand what I said. And, Tammy brings up her formulating opinions of Americans based on what she's watched. So London at this point feels like she's being attacked by Tammy and Eva, and things get heated. So Tammy and Eva, I guess, walk off to go find the food tour. London is emotional because she doesn't understand. Nivea wants to eat, and these ladies are messing up her food tour at this point. So Nivea finally finds Eva and Tammy, who are waiting on her. London walks off. So Tammy feels like, she didn't say anything wrong to London in the van. And Nivea tries to explain she was speaking, London was speaking from her experience. And Tammy says she was speaking on other people's experience that she didn't have.
Mm.
And Eva says that it's not about Sade or the ghetto. It's London learning that what she thought wasn't accurate. I said, get it, Eva. And Nivea felt like, because London was on her own, windmilling on her own, she needed to come in and like help her out because she saw that she was sinking. And so basically, before we get to episode 2, London basically tries to express herself, and Tammy feels like, she's basically making herself a victim, and that's exactly what I was getting. And trying to paint them out as bullies, and that's exactly what I was getting. So yeah, and then that was episode 1 for the most part. It was good. They gave us a lot in episode 1.
That's why we stayed there watching it.
Right. Go on, child, get in episode 2.
All right. So the next episode is called Buddha Take the Wheel. Little she walked off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would have been F this. Okay,
Not even that, but I just felt like, and I'm gonna say this for all the ladies. Yes, was London annoying? But if I was Nivea, I would have been mad at all 3 of them. And the reason why is because it's my birthday. I would have been on some Wendy's. And I have something that I want to do, and y'all need to put that to the side.
Mm.
So if I was Nivea, I would have been mad with everybody, honestly, because I felt like, And I get Tammy and Eva were trying, but that's why I said I would have been really mad with London because she was the only one that wouldn't sit down and just get through the. And I felt like if they would have just done the street, I don't know. I We'll get to it because I don't know. We'll get to it because some things I feel like when you do group activities, like we see on these Real Housewives shows or whatever, you'll do an activity and you'll be bonding or you'll be having a good time, and it makes you forget about the argument you just had 10 minutes ago or 15 minutes before. So I felt like it would have been maybe the food tour and them trying new things. It would have just been, unless she said some more ignorant, I think it would have brought them maybe together. But because she wouldn't even finish the thing, and it was what Nivea wanted to do for her birthday while she was there, I just felt like it was, I don't know. Because you see, they spent the rest of the trip. I mean, it was her birthday, but I feel like they spent the rest of the trip making it up to her. That's just my thoughts. Y'all may disagree. Y'all may throw tomatoes in the comments. I don't know.
I mean, this type of stuff that happen when you bring just randoms on
On
trip, but
rich a spiritual
just just throwing that out there, Trace. Just throwing that out there. No
you
random.
don't get no
No.
invitation from me. I don't know why you.
So then they went back to the room. Basically, Eva's upset. She's getting super emotional. She's talking about how she flew halfway across the world, left her children, to try to get away from the things that she's been going through that's been emotionally bothering her. She said she came here to eat, pray, and love. Okay, she want to grow and learn. And she said they ain't even got no damn weed available. So she's super upset.
When I tell you I felt her pain so bad, I felt her pain like Eva this whole trip, and I was just like, you can do a lot of things. I can go with.
She was talking a lot about weed. She was just
And I felt her. It just tops off the trip. I get where she was coming from. It just tops off the trip.
So then the next day, London decided that, she needed some cheering up. So she went to go do some laughing yoga.
This was so corny.
Just like London.
Would you have done it?
No, I can laugh to my
I
damn
ain't gonna hold you. I was watching it and I said, Chanel would never.
would
Never. She'd be looking at the people like, like it wouldn't even make her laugh. Like she would really be annoyed with me if I dragged her to something like that.
And you know what's crazy?
I would drag her to something like
I
that.
saw this shit. I was like, this is some shit Tracy want to do.
I would want to try, but I can't say that I would after seeing it.
I would be like, we could laugh in our room. Why the hell are we paying to go laugh in people's faces and strangers' faces?
I was like, Chanel would never.
But apparently London thought this was amazing. Okay. She said the people were welcoming. Everybody was laughing in her face. She was laughing in everybody's face. She loved it. Okay. Now everybody decided to take the day for themselves, after what happened the night before. Nivea sent out a group text to let them know that she wanted to, meet up later. So basically she could play peacemaker.
Even that pissed me off. You lost a whole day based off an argument. Like I literally, and this is no shade, I wouldn't have wanted London to feel left out, but I would have grabbed whoever wanted to go. If y'all don't see it for each other, then so be it. And who want to go. But we got another activity plan. I wouldn't have lost no day behind. Not on my birthday. That's just me, and that's why I say I feel like all of them are kind of selfish. I would have been if it were me, and if it were you, and you had gotten into an argument with somebody on the trip, and it's your birthday weekend, I would have came to your room and been like, "All right, girl. So what we gonna do? We ain't gonna worry about them. What you want to do? We going out, and let's not worry about that drama." Like that's how I feel. That's the type of person I would be.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna let you lose a day in this beautiful country because people want to be stupid. I wouldn't.
So then up on the roof, Eva brought she said some cheeseburgers and some French fries because
Didn't they
it
bring
makes you feel better.
Popeyes? No,
Huh?
it was McDonald's. It was
It was
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Yeah. All the ladies apologized. They ate in a confessional. Tammy said everybody's acting like they ain't some big ass elephant in the room. Okay, but she can be phony for a little bit. Because
Are
she don't
you the
want
only? Okay, hold on. Because I clocked something,
to clocks.
and I knew Tammy clocked it too, because I saw it in her face, and then she said what she said in the confessional. When London gave her apology, she apologized to Eva. She looked directly at Eva, Tammy was literally on the side of her. And I don't think she even turned around once the whole time she was talking to Tammy. And that's what Tammy was getting on her about at the table, and was like, if you're addressing me, if you're going to like, look at me, like I'm talking to you, look at me. And the fact that you're looking at Eva, looking at Nivea, like it's a sign of disrespect. It is absolutely like you're saying. So
That conversation though was the night before, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
When it was in
I noticed that when she said I'm sorry to Tammy, she didn't even look at her. And that's why Tammy was like, it's bullshit, basically. So if this is what we doing, again, Tammy being a good friend, I'll go along with it. But that's weird because you didn't even look at me when you gave your apology. But she absolutely looked at Eva.
So then the ladies the next day are heading to Ninbin.
Mm-hmm.
In the car, they start talking about how Eva, she has this cleaning lady, she needs help around the house for her 12,000 square foot home. London says she ain't got no kids, just her 20,000 square foot home that's apparently by Adele. Now,
She does live in LA, is what she said. So I mean,
LA ain't even got room. Well, I guess in
I
some
mean,
parts.
depending on what type of money she got, but that's why they're laughing at her because they've all been to LA and they know rent is high. So unless I'm assuming she's renting or maybe she bought, but 20,000 square feet ain't no joke.
For visuals, I Googled it.
Oh, look at that.
I did. I Googled it. And I see why they was laughing. She really might, but like it's just you.
Right. You and your wait expected proposal.
And then I looked
And
at the
then did you
difference
hear
in
what
that.
she did? What did you think? I'm sorry. This just took me back to something that Eva said to her. Do you think, and this is just a question, I'm not comments before y'all throw the tomatoes, it's a question for the women out here and men. Do you think that she's a turn off to men because she comes in with I don't want kids out the gate? Because remember, Eva asked her that. And she was like, I can't be a woman that doesn't want kids and happy and success. And Eva was like, I'm just
I
saying,
wouldn't think
mate.
so because there's guys that don't want kids.
Right. But remember, but I don't know. That was said, and I remember she definitely took like, well, why would that be a thing? And Eva was like, maybe I'm just saying when you lead off with maybe that's what it is. And you're saying you don't think that's true. Okay. I was just, you know.
No, I mean I don't know. For me, it would be something else. I would think it was
Like
something
her
else.
mouth. Yeah, but I understand what you're saying.
How she can't read a room and
Oh,
how
well,
she's
that
annoying and says random weird shit like that. To me, would turn a dude off. But
it's giving rain
I
and
would think
shitty.
you get all of that
She
before
just
you
says
get the
odd
chance.
things. She
Yeah,
just says odd
I would think you get all of that before you get a chance to hear her say that she doesn't want kids.
kids,
So,
right.
yeah.
That's true.
Um, so they're laughing and joking, talking about how maybe she meant 2,000 square
Mhm.
feet. That sounds a lot more like it. Um, and
I
she's
love when Eva blamed it on the English, the British metric system and
yeah,
said,
she did. I said, you know what, Eva, you ain't conversational, bitch, but you shady.
but and I'm not gonna say it makes it right, but I understood where Eva was coming from because she spent the whole time, like she said, you're focused more on the differences between Britain and America, both versus folks and what we have similar,
Mhm.
like what we have
Mhm.
in common.
I loved this resort. So they arrive.
Ooh, the rooms and the fact that they all had their own little private, it wasn't like no, everybody had their own little house on the what.
Mhm.
You couldn't have told me
It was
nothing,
yeah,
child.
it was beautiful. I like the last one too, though.
The last one was cute, but nah, this one was it for me. This one was it for me.
The
Just the
other one
fact,
the other one was overlooking the beach,
which
so
which is so funny, y'all, because if honestly, if we were on vacation, I might have my own house, but I'm still gonna be over her house and vice versa. So we might as well stay in the house together.
um, so basically, yeah, they get to the new resort, they ask if there's any local food nearby. They're told that there is, and Tammy makes a joke that, it's good because they ain't get no food on the food tour. London says this is her being passive aggressive, and now she knows that things still ain't good. How'd you feel about that?
You know what? Again, you can say whatever little you say, and it's supposed to be up under the rug. But when I say something, and I don't even feel like I really feel like Tammy was joking. It was,
I felt like she
it was the what it was for me was when they was in the van and she was like, "It's the fakeness for me." Now that was passive aggressive. That was
Who said that?
absolutely.
Who said
It
that?
was either Tammy or Eva when they were in the back of the Sprinter on the way. They showed a clip, and she was like, "It's feeling like," she said something. She was putting her lip gloss. She was like, "It's feeling so fake," or something like that.
No,
But
I missed that.
but it was clearly so London could hear because London caught it.
I missed that.
So I can understand after that comment was made on their way there, and then Tammy saying that, her feeling like, but I really felt like in that moment, Tammy was really just trying to like lighten up the
Lighten up
mood and
the
like
mood, yeah.
poke fun at her, but she's already on edge. Again, I love Tammy, but I'm gonna call a thing a thing. She absolutely did say like the atmosphere, the situation was fake, and she felt like was fake when she was in the van, and Eva agreed, and they said it loud enough for that girl to hear it and for production to catch it.
Yeah.
So then basically we see that they're gonna go to the ladies visit the Buddhist temple. It's supposed to be the largest in the world. I didn't get the name of it. But it's absolutely beautiful. Nivea talks about what Buddhism means to her. And then she has a moment when she sees this.
Oh, wait, I think I did get it. Bading Pagoda?
Oh, good job. It was something about a pagoda. I knew it wasn't piercing.
I
So
can't stand you.
so um now Nivea is just enthralled with this 24 karat gold Buddha. I can, I mean, I know it was more than the fact that it was 24 karat gold because it was a lot of gold in there. Um Tammy isn't sure what's going on. She's like, "Oh, okay." And so as they walk around the temple, London is curious how Tammy and Eva are able to just be so cool and says that she's still on guard. So, and this is what my whole thing is. If you're the one that's still feeling away, why not address it?
She don't know how.
Well, Eva invites Tammy down for breakfast, and London shows up instead. London says that she feels like Eva is being fake and things feel forced. Eva feels like I said, that she's looking for the differences on basically why she's better. Because she talks about how tea is, well, no, she said Asian tea is because the British stole tea from the Asians, but everything is better in Britain, and and the way things are. And Eva did a real good job of just sitting there and nodding her, especially since she didn't have no smoke. I think she did a real good job of just sitting there and nodding her head and being cool. Because I would have said something, especially if I and she was drinking tea. If I had my coffee and you come up to me with that bullshit at that time of morning, oh, you would have got a good read on that morning. And
Oh
then I
my
would have
goodness.
looked at you and said, "I said it." But
So
anyway, oh, go ahead. This
so then
is so my activity. I would have done this.
I would have done it too.
Oh, you
So
would.
yeah, I would have did it.
I said Chanel would never. She
I
would have
would have.
been Tammy in the room, sleep.
I think no, Tammy didn't feel good. She got bit on her lip by a mosquito.
Mm-hmm. And
That
who that sound like? And then it
shut
swell
up.
up and look. I said that was so be Chanel.
Getting bit by mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, it would be me getting bit, but damn on your lip.
Right. And have an allergic reaction. That would so be you.
So Nivea and Eva decided to go plant some rice in the rice fields that's apparently surrounding the entire hotel. London, so they actually tried to go invite London, but she didn't come to the door. On the way there, London passes them and they're like,
Super
they try
shady.
to talk to her. I think she was acting like she was on the phone. You think she was on the phone for real?
I think she was on the phone, but even if you're on the phone, you know these people. How many times we can't say,
She act
hold
like she
on?
ain't even seen her. That she act like she ain't even seen them. She just
No, because they
went
said,
right
"Hey,
past them.
girl." Eva said, hey, beautiful," and she walked
Mhm.
right past her. Didn't say nothing. And that's when I was really checked out. And I was at this point, I was like, she needs to leave the trip. because she's bringing down the energy. She needs to leave the trip.
So then they get to the rice fields. They having a lot of fun, but it is not as easy as they thought it would be.
That is
Um,
not for the faint of heart. I can tell you that. That definitely looked like a workout.
Nivea said she had to take off her boots because it was weighing her down.
Look,
She said,
she said, I'm gonna
I,
go play in a rice field at home.
I love what she said. She said, lose the boots, then whoop de doo. It's like, so then they got back. Tammy, she came out of her room. She was upset because she missed the rice fields. I guess maybe that would have been me. Like I said, she got bit by a mosquito on her lip. She said she had to stay there and get her life together. Girl, I feel you because who want to be walking around with that?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Tammy let
Nobody
the
heard
ladies
anything from London.
Tammy let the ladies know that there's been a family that invited them to come have dinner with them. Then London comes out her room. Okay. And she said at breakfast, she realized that she had been putting the ladies' feelings before hers. Um, she don't want to do that. Okay. So she sits down with the ladies and let her know that the argument is still affecting her. She does accept both of their apologies, but she's not being herself and she's not happy there, so she's just gonna go home.
And you know what? And I thought it was funny because I knew it was 4 girls on the show, and this is just sidebar, y'all.
We remember we was talking about that. We was like,
But I was like, it's 4 girls on the show, but it's only Tammy, Nivea, and Eva doing promo for the show. And I said she still don't like them bitches. She won't even promote the show.
who you talking about, London?
Mm-hmm. You ain't seen her in no interviews. It's always the 3 of them. She
Well, they
hasn't been
ain't promoting her ass either.
no, because they don't even speak about her being. That's what I'm saying. But it's real strange for you to have a show. You want people to watch it because at the end of the day, it does. Again, I didn't know nothing about you, much less that you had a Netflix special. I'm not saying I'm gonna watch it, but it benefits you to promote yourself on this platform and what you're trying to put out, whether you left or not.
Girl,
So
she said I got a 20,000 square foot house. I ain't worried about that.
that ain't that British metric system.
Um, so Tammy tells her, well, there's still a lot of things that's affecting me even after the apologies. She didn't even let her speak. She said, okay, well then that's why it's best I leave. Look, Trace, I was like,
She doesn't want to be held accountable.
I said, Tammy is keeping it very demure.
Very
Okay.
demure.
Very demure. um, and London says that she doesn't want to fake it. Okay. Tammy basically says that she's not surprised that this girl is leaving. She can't take accountability or have a grown up conversation. Nivea went to go check on London, and the girl was all smiles. She was definitely ready to get up out of there. Then the lady,
Ooh, no wonder. Tammy is a Leo. That makes so much sense.
oh yeah, I definitely knew she was a Leo. So the ladies head over to the family's house that, invited them for dinner. The ladies are having an amazing time. They're getting along with the family. Apparently, the mom has a bike rental business while the dad, uh, apparently he cooks for the family all the time. I guess that's normal there. And
He's a
he's a
house
mechanic.
husband. I love it.
No, he's a mechanic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's a mechanic.
Chanel said
But
you
they
better
said,
put some respect
but
on that man. Then.
no, because the lady said, "Oh, like I don't remember who said it, but they was like, oh, I've never dated a man that could cook," and she
Oh
said
yeah,
in
I think it was
Vietnam,
Eva.
yeah, and she said in Vietnam that's normal. So I thought it was so cute, the little girl who got up and went to go feed the dude in production,
I thought that was so adorable. This
and
was
like,
such a good moment.
and now you know what I'm talking about when I said Morning Glory.
Yes, because that's all they talked about after this.
I told you that's how I knew you didn't get far. Because when I said, "Girl, we got to try Morning Glory," you was like, "What?" I was like, "This."
Yeah,
That's how
and
I
then
knew
after this, I was like, oh, if I hear another thing about Morning Glory,
Morning Glory. You hearing it now? We got to try it.
I know. No, it sounds good. It's greens. I eat it. I eat it for the most, as long as it's
So
not green like green beans. I don't eat green
no,
beans.
it's not. But yeah, they had an amazing time. The family, the mom basically let them know, her house is always open to them and their family. I thought that was really Really nice moment. Now on to episode 3.
Episode 3. So I literally have 2 paragraphs for this. So we'll
For the whole episode?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, go
Yeah,
on.
that's why I
Go
told
from
you
there
my
though.
most of my notes was in episode 1. So then the ladies head to
First of all,
now
it's called Seize the Day.
okay, seize the day. So the ladies head to now Tran, which is
Natran.
Natran,
Natran.
thank you. Which is the beach city. They make a pact to do an annual spiritual girls trip, which I said yes, I would love to see this again without one. Without one. Okay.
They might try to switch out with somebody else.
It's okay. Let's stick to what see that's what happened. When you get a good girl set, just stay there. Maybe that's why we travel alone because we know we good with each other and we ain't got to worry about nobody else.
and, look, and
So
we've tried it another way before.
right, and it's just easier with us too. So the ladies finally get their dresses. They go do a mud bath. Tammy has issue
How
with
do you feel about the mud bath?
putting her coochie in the
I
mud.
was I was so with Tammy. I was like, and the mud really did look like shitty water. It wasn't like thick. It was like it looks like it could just get up in places.
Yeah, see, I've seen different. I'm not gonna say I'd never do a mud bath, but that's not the mud bath that I've ever seen. But it seemed to be, and it was funny because
It
everybody
looks
was like,
like
"Well,
brown.
why are we here?" Because everybody was like, "This isn't as relaxing as I thought it was gonna be." And look, Nivea was like, "I just heard it was good." That would be some. I tell you, you'd be like,
I
"Latricia,
just
what?"
heard it was good for my
I
skin.
just heard it was good for the skin. That's why we here. That's absolute. Y'all, I love me some Nivea. So they vow to get a tattoo before leaving. Nivea is supposed to be getting a dragonfly because she keeps seeing them throughout their trip. Eva is supposed to be getting a butterfly, which I thought was beautiful because she keeps seeing the same butterfly. So I thought this was really dope.
I liked
Um,
all those tattoos.
yes. I'm sorry. I love Tammy, but we could have kept the cats.
I
Um,
thought it was cute because she's the cat lady.
she could have covered that up with something else. I was happy the significance of what she was doing to cover up his
No, she
name.
did it because they call her the cat lady. She has cats.
We don't want to be that forever, baby. So,
She said she don't
uh,
care. And she got a boo. She ain't a cat lady no more.
right.
She still got her cats. Leave her alone.
Okay. 4. At that 4 cats. I don't think we
Four
mentioned
cats.
that. 4. Y'all, I'm not a cat person. I don't want 1, much less 4. People looking over. I don't like fish. The fact that they up all night swimming, looking at you, that don't do nothing for me. I need something I know go to bed. So, Benivia talks about the fact that she hasn't had the best relationships with other females. They all talk about the struggles of friendship. Eva talks about her best friend being in heaven and how she learned to, get past things because tomorrow's never promised. Now then the ladies go out and they're no, one thing I did think was beautiful is after they do the mud bath, I think they take was it this point where they go and take a moment on the beach? Um no, that's later. I'm sorry. So, yeah, so they go out in their traditional dresses that they had made in Hanoi, which look absolutely beautiful. Everybody's slaying. They have a moment at dinner, and Tammy talks about wanting peace and basically not being so quick to anger. She meant what she said to London, but admits it could have been said in a better way. Apparently, the next morning they're trying to leave, and Tammy's engaged in a social media battle with Walker's new boo. Um, Tammy comes up from her room and they finally hit the beach after a lot of convincing and singing from Nivea. So Tammy plans for them to do a sea walk. I would have absolutely done this. I would have this was
Is this not
so
close to what you did before?
no, because I wasn't walking. I went much in my opinion, I feel like I went much
You went
deeper
deeper. Mm.
because the tank was the only thing that sat on the top of the water. Then I had a cord that took me down, and then I had to have a mouthpiece, like a breathing apparatus to hook to the tank.
Mm.
So yeah, it was a little bit deeper, in my opinion, because they said I think they only went 4 feet or something like that.
Mm.
Um, so she's enjoying it, but Eva starts to get anxious about going down. She's making a big deal about a wetsuit. They finally get a girl one, so she eventually goes down and isn't all and feels like the Little Mermaid. And I said, see, like I would have been at one, see. And they both come back out and realize like how great of an experience it was. Nivea sends London a video message while she waits on the beach. Tammy takes a moment on the beach to herself to just reflect in gratitude. And my notes say, I cried. This is the point when I cried.
I didn't realize Tammy was so emotional.
She don't show it like that. And now that I know she's a Leo, it makes so much sense.
Mm.
And don't get, she's July 30th, so she's not far from that Cancer. Just saying. We know they're emotional. I'm just saying. So then the ladies get back to their villa. They hire a chef to teach them how to make traditional Vietnamese food. Eva gets surprised,
Including Morning Glory.
including Morning Glory again. And everywhere they went, they ordered Morning Glory.
I gotta have it.
I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing when Tammy couldn't get her big ass in the hammock. Um, so Eva gets
Fall it out.
right. And I love how they were arguing with the chef about the salt. He was like, it's gonna be
Mhm.
too salty. They were like, we like salt. Stop.
So, yeah.
They were like, we're paying you.
He
Okay?
said no. He's like, no.
So Eva gets surprise flowers, but she won't reveal who it is. She says it's from a friend, somebody, she talks to, prays with, whatever. Tammy and Eva cheers to their newfound friendship, which I do think. So what, in my opinion, what this lets me know is Tammy and Eva were not friends before. They may have knew of each other, but
I
they
think
were.
so.
And I do think that it's beautiful that they were able to, because they did seem like they got really, really close in this trip.
I loved what she said. Eva told her, "You're an onion, and under all that beautiful face, you're as soft as your booty." Tammy said, "And you're as perky as your titties." It
Now that was cute. That was
was
cute.
super cute.
And so yeah, basically, they all the ladies go to get their tattoos. We see Tammy get Waka's name covered up with a cat on the moon or something like
I thought
that.
it was cute. It was a cat laying on the moon. I thought
Um, and then I mean, really, they throw Nivea her birthday party, and it's firework. They done pay for fireworks. They done pay for open bar for all the
DJ open
hotel
bar, yeah,
guests.
all of it.
And it was a turn up, and Nivea is just in awe and thankful for the trip. And yeah, I would be here for it. I would be here for it next year to see them go somewhere else. I think it's a good group of ladies, minus one. And
They
yeah,
should do it for each of their birthdays.
yeah, and I think it was good. I think it was good. Appreciate y'all for being here with us. Thank you so much. Let us know what you thought about the Eat, Slay, Love of it all, and if y'all would be down to see it again. And just all the, it's a girls' trip, so of course we have to have some sort of. But I didn't think it had to be this. Again, it's Nivea's friends. I think, like Nell said, it'd be nice to come back next year and maybe see a group with Tammy's friends and see how that works out.
Mhm.
With the other ladies included, see a group of Eva's friends and see how that works out. But yeah, y'all, if you haven't already, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
Make sure you comment
Make sure that you guys subscribe.
and hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, we will. Well, this ain't coming back on next week. This is it. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the recap review of the Eat Slay Love. And yeah, DeMarcus, if you got any more suggestions, members only, you can go ahead and join that, love. And we appreciate you. And all the rest, if you want to see it, that's where this is headed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. But love y'all. Have a great week. And God bless. Bye.
Good night.